my name is Pam Covey. I'm the realtor and investor. I also investing in real estate myself. Today, I'm gonna talk about home buying process, step by step of buying the home process or selling home process. So the first step when you are buying the home is you should consult with your real estate agent. The second thing, you should work with the lender to get pre-approved, especially today market at 2020. If you go out there to see the home, you don't have pre-approved, you cannot make an offer because once you get pre-approved, the home will be gone in 2 hours, or even like the soonest the home get under contract is 15 minutes. So you're gonna have to have pre-approved. So the lender will work with you how much you will get pre-approved for. So for you to get prepared yourself that you don't go over your budget, lender will ask you how much you make and how much debt you have. You have to give the information, your W-2, your 1099 if you self-employed, and then they can tell you how much you should get for the loan. The third step is find a house of your dream. In that process, you already established relationship with your realtor. What type of home you're looking for, how many bedrooms, which area you're looking for, what is most important to you. As me, I will ask all my client, my buyer, all those questions. Is the commute to work is important to you? Is school district important to you, your family? And what kind of neighborhood you're looking for? That thing, and which area you're looking for, because you don't want to go out there to go all over the place, like in another state and then down to another state in different type area that far apart to each other, 50 miles or 75 miles. So you want to focus, so work with realtor and find a home in the area that you are focusing on. And then the fourth step, when you found the home of your dream, you make an offer. In that, your realtor will write the contract, which a lot of document that you have to sign. That sale agreement will say when is your loan contingency, when is your mortgage commitment contingency, is the home you want to buy have an inspection contingency? Yes, of course, you always want to have inspection contingency. And then with the offer, you're gonna have to give the good earnest deposit called EMD or deposit money. Normally, I will recommend my buyer to put 1% for deposit. You're gonna write a check to escrow company to give them the check. For example, if you buy $300,000 home, you're gonna have to write deposit check of $3,000. And then after that, you will sign the agreement, send it to the seller along with your pre-approval. All three things is very important. You cannot make an offer without these three things. First is sale agreement, your offer. Second is the deposit money. Third is your pre-approval. That's what the seller will look at it, and in that detail we talk about the condition. And if the seller review your offer, they like your offer, they're gonna agree to sign the contract. But if not, they're gonna come back to negotiate with you for the higher price. Of course, always gonna be negotiate for the higher price or better condition. And after you negotiate back and forward between buyer and seller, both parties sign the contract, and then the contract become executed agreement. On the sixth step is the inspection. And for your own protection, just do home inspection. It's worth it. The realtor will tell you you should set up the home inspection no later than 2 weeks. But all in all, that is mean you have to give the report no later than 2 weeks or even 10 days. I always recommend 10 days is better. Set up the inspection right away. You will need 3 things that I always recommend. The general home inspection, the radon inspection, and also the termite inspection. Especially the FHA loan and VA loan, lender will require the termite inspection report. And then after that, and the inspection company will give you the report, and then if something need to be fixed, Just reminder, if anything need to be fixed, it had to be major defect or safety issue only. It cannot be minor. For example, is the paint just peel off from the wall a little bit, or is stained carpet. We cannot ask the seller to fix that. But if the bathroom was leaked, or if the roof was leaked, or if the window was broken, for example, or if the light switch or the outlet, it doesn't work properly, it doesn't have GFI, then for example it's considered as a major defect and safety issue. Then your realtor will write addendum to ask the seller to fix it. The termite radon inspection is optional, but of course you buying the home, it's worth it to pay the money. It's gonna cost you about $600 to $700 out of your pocket to pay to do the home inspection. The general home inspection is gonna cost you, for structural and general home inspection, is gonna cost you about $375 to $450. And termite inspection is cost you about $100 to $130. And radon inspection is gonna cost you roughly about $100 to $130 or so. So all in all, I would say save about $750 for the inspection that you're gonna have to pay them right away. If you don't pay them, they will not release the inspection report, and then you can't go nowhere. So bring you to the 7th step, the inspection contingency date. After audit, when you get the report of termite report and radon report, the radon report, it should not more than 4.00 pixel. If you get all that, your realtor should say, here, this is the last day of the inspection contingency. It means this is the last day that you as a buyer and your realtor should write up addendum to ask the seller to fix the property. But if you write addendum to ask the seller to fix the item that you ask later than the contingency date, it means the seller have a right not to fix it. It's not their fault because you missed the date. That's why it's very important that the realtor should keep up, and they will. Your good realtor, they will keep up with all the date. It's very important. And then when you ask the seller to fix all those things, the seller have about 2 or 3 days, it depends on the contract, to get back to you what they want to fix or what they don't want to fix. And then you have a right to review. If the seller doesn't fix or whatever you are, but it have to be major defect and safety issue, then you can ask them to fix again, or you can walk away with get your deposit money back. The lender will order the appraisal, so they will send the appraiser to appraise the home to see if the home is valued as the price that you are willing to pay for. And the appraiser work for the bank and for you, not the seller. And after the appraiser, we will wait. If appraisal result come out, if at the price that you are willing to pay for, then be good. If the price is lower than your agreement, then we're gonna go back to the seller to negotiate the price down or meeting in the middle. It depends on the situation. What is it? What is the market? How it look like? Sometimes the seller willing to meet halfway. Sometimes the seller just, okay, I need to move out right away, so I'm willing to give you the price that the appraiser give to you. But sometimes the seller said no, especially today market, the seller probably said no, the home, I already give you the good price. If you are not willing to pay, I'm gonna sell it to somebody else. For the appraisal and the 8th step, the bank appraisal, also the buyer will pay for it, but at the settlement. If the sale fell through, we didn't go to settlement, the bank will be the one that pay for it. You don't have to pay for it. The bank appraisal gonna cost you about $550 to $600 in the state of Delaware and Pennsylvania in this area. On the step 11, get the homeowner insurance. It's gonna cost you right around $600 to $1,200. It depends on what type of home is that home. Had the pool, many year of the home, have a new roof, have the new update, so it depends. So that's gonna go to the escrow account, so you don't have to pay upfront. But if you buy the home as cash, of course you have to pay in upfront. But if you buy the home with the lender, and that's gonna go to the escrow, it means the lender will be the one that to collect it. It's gonna go right to your mortgage in each month that you pay. The closing cost is gonna cost you about be prepared to prepare about 4 to 8% of the total home. This is not includes with your down payment. It's anything. It's separate because that gonna cost for the title search, the survey, the appraisal, and everything. The lawyer. Instead of Delaware, I would say prepare between 4 to 8%. It depends on what type of loan you get, the area, the county, the property tax. In all, in buying the home, you should prepare. If you, let's say example, if you buy the home for $100,000, you should prepare to have money. The lowest down payment you can get is 3.5%, and then you should save about the another 8% for the settlement. So all in all, you should have about 12% of the money that you are going to buy the home, like extra money. So 12% of 100,000 is about 12,000 that you should have money to buy the home. Before the settlement, one thing that you should know in the home contingency, on the inspection contingency, right? The seller gonna have to provide you the receipt or proof of what they fix, that they agree to fix the home. So they're gonna provide you with the receipt. And also when you go walk through, you're gonna look what they fix. Did they fix what they agree to fix? Pretty much to see if the home in good condition. Always do walk through. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy and gain knowledge from the home buying process step by step by me. If you have questions, you can contact me and leave a comment below. Pam Covey Realtor, and I have the license in 4 states: Delaware, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and Maryland. Thank you for watching. See you next time.